Hi, I'm Joe Severgandio. I've been crazy about mini bikes since I was a really young kid. You know, 50 years comes and goes pretty quick, yet my love and passion for mini bikes hasn't changed a bit. So cruise along with us on some of the coolest rides with some of the most colorful characters in this mini bike sport of ours, and check out some of the rarest collections, and visit some of the top builders and some of the wildest bikes, right here on Joe's Mini Bike Show.
Mini Bike Show.
My name's Ed Roulette. They call me Evil Ed Roulette. I was born in Los Angeles, California.
Hey Ed, great to see you, man. What's the latest?
Same old stuff. Mini bike, work.
Well, I put all the bikes out here, and I need some help, man. So here's the deal. We've got about a dozen bikes here. A lot of them are actually rolling, and we're in good shape. Some of them, just little things. This bike's set up just about where I want. The problem is that we haven't shaken it out. I just want to adjust the brakes a little bit. Just do the little things on that one. I rode it up and down the block. It feels like it's bogging just a little bit. I think it's like an Evil Ed carburetor tune. Maybe a couple other little things. I know we've been talking about building some parts for these Predators, and maybe we can continue talking about that little storage bin right here. I mean,
Yeah, bolted right on there.
it's just dying for a storage container right there. And God knows you can really use those when we're out riding an AV. Having
Yeah,
access
you gotta
to,
make them useful.
well, even if I had a chance to get a screwdriver or even a zip tie, right? So let's maybe spend some time on that. This is that Isuzu bike. I love that fiberglass racing body. It's probably worth more than the bike. I feel terrible I didn't use an F&B pipe, but that one, Ed, look, it bolted up perfectly. Keep shooting out the back,
Yeah.
you know? So this is our big wheel bike. We're close there. I love this grip too. So Frankenstein, we're in a good place. With this needs, Ed, and somehow it just got lost in the shuffle, it needs a kill switch.
Oh, really?
That was it. It needs a kill switch. All I've been doing is muffling the little trumpet over here, and all of a sudden even that stopped working.
It did?
Yeah. I got back the stand. Jake built this really cool stand, if you recall.
Right.
He also built that Joe's Mini Bike reunion. He was doing this, having fun out in Palmdale recently, and this bike was running great. You know, we rode it in AV, and it didn't miss a beat, Ed. It was exactly what I was going for. Now, it wasn't as fast as some of the other bikes out there, but it was damn sure the coolest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just ride it low. Everybody thought this was a shifter of some sort, right? And I tell them it's a brake. So D rode it, and D was a little afraid to use the brake with his left hand, so he's crossing over with his right arm. We got some good video of him, but Frankenstein's in good shape for the most part. I've got a kill switch for it. It's a nice, cool, old school switch. It's going to look nice right here.
Clamps on the handlebar.
Yeah, let's get that done. So this is Joey Granatelli, JR Granatelli's bike.
Right.
His uncle, Andy Granatelli, as many of us, especially us old guys, know, he was Indy 500 fame, Mario Andretti. You did. So here's what we had to get done on this. This bike has 900 original miles. It's a 69 Indian Papoose. It's unbelievable. So he gives me this bike. Apparently Joey got on this bike and immediately put it into the brick wall at Indy. Bent the handlebars, and it sat literally from that point on in his garage. I talked him out of it. We've immediately got the handlebars done. Guy did he dropped some nice little dimes here on the new weld. We've got them re-chromed. The bike needed to be assembled, so we put on all the brackets, all the fenders. The seat, Ed, this is the original seat. Now it's missing one of the tabs, and I had to heat and stretch the leather because it was kind of, you know, just scooting up a little bit, and I wanted to keep the original leather. So if this looks okay to you, I am stumped by one thing. I reinstalled the carb, I put a new little flute on it, I adjusted the throttle, and the only issue I have is this one last wire. It's green. I'm not sure on its natural flow where it would connect to. I'm wondering if it goes inside underneath the case. And then I noticed that the same color wire goes to the rear tail light. I'm not an electrical guy, but I think you can figure this out. So if you could help me with the wiring on this one, I've got some final assembly. We need to bolt down the seat. It had some cosmetic work that needed to be done, as well as the handlebars, right? The tank, we rubbed it out. A manual from D1 helped us find, look Ed, we found what appears to be as close as you're going to get to the original typeface for this Indian. And it was hard, because despite the fact that there's tons of decals out there for Indian, the typeface wasn't near the original. This is. And we had it made. So I think it was like 20 bucks. So not only did I get the right typeface, but I got that same cool shade. It's like a bronze for Indian, right? So the tank's good. I cleaned it out. Here's what I did on the exhaust. As you recall, Ed, the original pipe, and I wanted to keep it original, it was dented and beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I think when he hit the wall, he probably went sideways.
And dented the pipe.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
So in the box of parts that he gave me, not only did he have one shield, he had a separate shield, an additional one. So I heated with a butane torch the holes, and they came out nicely. I don't know if you've tried that trick, but you just heat up those dents and they rise out. I did it about as much as I could without it cracking. Then I found this piece and I thought, you know what? I'll just bolt it right on the original one. So I don't know if that's disco or if it works.
It works.
You think?
Yeah.
So we've got that to consider. I need a little rubber on the Kickstarter, just small stuff. Everything else, though, I think is ready to go. We've got a box of spare parts. I don't even know, Ed, if we need to worry too much about that before this bike starts.
Well, I think we can start it and then check the wiring with the test light and see what happens.
You know, I use these rechargeable batteries on the drill. I say we just stick a little wire here on that hot battery and ground the other side and see if a light comes on. So
And we can do that.
all right,
It
so
would be like a test light. Yeah.
yeah, this is such a cool bike, and here's where we are with this. All Joey wants to do, Joey Granatelli, is ride it once, right?
Make sure there's no walls in his way.
And I said, Joey, look, I'd love to not only get this thing going, but to watch you ride it. And if you ride it and you love it and you got to have it, it's yours. If not, I'll put it back on the truck and I'll enjoy it. This is a badass bike. You know what's nice about this one, Ed? It's a street legal. It's got a serial number. It's got a plate. So we're ready to rock and roll with this. How cool would it be to ride with those guys with the modern day
Oh, yeah,
Groms,
that'd be cool.
right? So it's a 50cc Minarelli engine. They're bulletproof, but they're really not anything more than maybe 4 horsepower. So they're not really fast bikes. But man, with those cool little bowed back handlebars, I love the way they come back at you. What appears to be, this is about as close as a mini motorcycle as you're going to get in a mini bike, you know? I love it. You don't find them like this anymore.
Nope.
So we're giving this bike away. This is that Rutman Spider. This is the one you started, and Jake's had it for a while. He got us a little head start, but he's not able to finish it because he's been busy. So we're gonna have to mock this thing up ourselves, and then go visit the guys over at F&B. And I think Brian and Frank are gonna pull a rabbit out of their hat and get this thing done so we can give it away at the show.
Cool.
Yeah. Check this thing out. I got the seat mocked up. This is the front fairing. And what we're hoping to do, Ed, is use every opportunity to showcase Pioneer's car audio components. So, how about this? You know how the full-size baggers got that luggage side mount?
Right.
The seat's already been done. It literally is going to be a loud, vibrating subwoofer. And I'd like you to just check this up, see if it lines up. So if you could just check how the seat mounts up to the frame. You know, Ed, the reason why we're showcasing this bike for Pioneer is to highlight their new car audio components. So every chance we can, I want to include a spot, whether it's for the speaker within the seat, or in the case of this front fairing, I'd love to be able to showcase where the headlight went the new Pioneer car audio speaker. And on the back where you are, I wonder if we could set that tail light up so that it too is a speaker.
Yeah, that would look good.
You know, so we've got speaker front, speaker back. On the side panels, what do you think about that setup that we have with the side panel for the speaker? Doesn't it look like kind of a full-size Harley?
Oh, yeah, it looks like a bag.
So we're going to
Bag.
do that, and if you can, how does that line up on the front? This will be the rider-facing insert. I think it's going to look, I think we got lucky because the handlebars, they're like mini apes on this. I think we could pull it off. If we had flat handlebars, it would be really tough because it would just look proportionally just off.
Yeah, that looks cool.
You know? And it gives us just enough room where it just doesn't look too big for the bike.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work out.
You know? And then the height of the seat, when we first got that, I thought it was too tall. But if you look at it, proportionally, it really helps us kind of, it gives us that look that we want. The fact that we've got fatter tires here, I know they're 6-inch wheels, but these tires give us that big off-road look. That front suspension, it looks like it can carry it, this much of, it looks like a heavy bike to me, Ed, but I think we can pull it off.
Yeah, I think so.
Would you take a look at how we've lined up that seat and those side speakers and let me know where it is, because I'd like to get this to F&B Racing as soon as we can, because we've only got, like 6 months to go before this bike's going to be given away. So that's the deal on the giveaway
that
bike.
looks good.
I think we're there. We're going to do a little bit of a modification on the engine, nothing too crazy. So I think we'll call up our friends from Small Engine Cams. We'll see if we can maybe put a cam in there. We'll talk to our friends over at Stutz and Go Power Sports and some of the other guys that we're working with and see if we can get a few other parts, maybe a bolt-on intake, carb. We're definitely going to use an F&B pipe on this. And honestly, compared to where we've been before on some of these giveaway bikes, we're almost ahead of the game.
For once.